Yo, what's up guys, this is Happy with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video, and this time with the support Scourge, showing you some Necromancer gameplay. And since I haven't done Scourge in a while, I decided to go ahead and give you some Scourge gameplay. Hopefully with the right build. I'm still thinking of swapping around many things here on this build, that maybe you have also some suggestions. And yeah, let's go ahead like this. I don't know, I don't even want this incoming healing increase. No, I don't want this. I want Fear of Death, so we are able to deal also some damage. Yeah, we have one support, or I don't know what this guy's playing. My role will be to just support my allies with barriers and corrupting a little bit boons from the enemy players. Convert one condition nearby allies into a boon. I don't know if they just removed certain things, just so they easy as that. Giving barrier already to my allies. What is this guy playing here? Going with another barrier here. Okay, let's go. Which one should we attack here? Okay. I can dodge here. We can go after one of these guys here. I'm not so sure which one should we focus at. I need to lay down my flesh worm here somewhere to just hide him a little bit. Okay. My ally needs here some barrier, which you will get. Then I'm gonna fear these enemies. Laying down a well here. I don't know which one to focus because my entire team is just not there where needed. Laying down a well here. Going on with some corrupts. Damn it, he just ran away from my corruptions. Okay. Using this here, elite skill, trying to fear off those people. Giving some more barrier to my allies. And yeah, my well, I don't know if we are able to get this. Healing for my ally. Giving him some barrier, cleansing a little bit. We got this first thing here. Trying to do this, another fear. I'm just getting interrupted constantly, man. That's so annoying. I'm just gonna keep this guy alive. Yes. What is this game? We have no target. Can I catch this guy? No, he just made it. He just made it. Auto attack. Auto attack. Some condies. Nice, 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 nice. At least a little bit of condies onto this guy. Auto attacking him. Interrupting. Fearing off this guy. Auto attacking a little bit more. Is he going to like get a well or something here? I don't know. What is my team doing? We have no damage. But I said I have no damage. I'm gonna go for the decap here and then immediately join my allies there in that moment. Oh, I can't get the decap in time. Would have been nice. Look, for 1 second. Okay. Since my goal is to just play a support Scourge, I'm not gonna waste my time here. I even did 100k damage, which is nice. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Come on, finish off this guy because I'm too afraid that I could go Skyham. I go Sky. I want to support my allies to just show you a little bit how to support your allies. Okay, I came in here, so the enemies will be popping up here, or here, or here, or here. I don't know. Let's just lay down some marks. I have my life force fully maxed out. So no matter what's going to happen here, I have my life force on top. Don't attack me. Granting myself some barrier, cleansing a little bit. Okay, can I get the revive here? Fear. Shit. Okay. I'm not able to apply so much pressure onto one of these guys. Okay, well, it's popped up. Is this guy going to stay here? I just corrupted him. Oh boy, what a mistake. He's just wasting too much time there. Cleansing, giving some barrier. Auto attacking here. Okay. It's an unranked arena game, by the way, guys, so it's just for fun. And you can see what I'm able to put up. Giving some barrier. Okay, he will dodge. He's not dodging. Fear. What, my allies just not able to interrupt him? What is this? Why are my allies failing this so much? Use my healing skill just to give myself some barrier. Interrupting him. And let's go now onto this guy. Please don't attack. Corrupting him. Okay. Going in with some more barriers, auto attacking here. Now I can go out a little bit of combat. I need to wait for my well here. Just auto attacking the renegade. Okay. Fear. I can do this. Fear this guy off. Now if the warrior wants to, he can stay there. But it will just cost him his life. My entire team is here. Okay. Drop in like this. Fear. Auto attack. Interrupt him. What? I just popped up my freaking well on the wrong spot. Which is really sad. Auto attack. Cleanse a little bit. Oh, that was a nice fear. If I would have been a core necro, I would have killed this guy. He's just staying there. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. No, I'm not. If they don't interrupt me, I'm gonna get it. Easy one. Easy peasy. Cleansing a little bit for him. Just going for the pet so I can get some life force here. Okay. Easy revive, guys. I would have also suggested to go with some stability. I already have the cap. You can also swap the utility skill for some extra stability. Can we? My allies are just not able to damage properly. Okay, doing this one. Okay, shit. Go away, go away. Dropping my barriers. Interrupt. Some damage. I might die here. Oh shit. I wasted everything I had. So that was really bad. Whoa. I'm just stuck here in the freaking... what is the name of this? I'm just stuck inside of the glass. Fuck. No, my allies are just dying now. Okay. But that's good. That's just a nice turnaround, so they will decap all our points. Oh, the mesmer. He just finished the ranger, which makes no sense. Ranger will have self-revive. Okay. I'm gonna jump mid. I want to make the game a little bit longer. But also just so you can see a little bit the Scourge, what you should do and how you should do it. Oh shit. I've noticed this guy. And I got into combat because I dropped down there. Interrupting this guy. Fear. Nicely done. Cleanse. Okay. Auto attack. I don't know why I wasn't auto attacking this guy here at all. Cripple. Ah, shit. Use my barrier, he can damage me. I don't want to waste time, I want to help my allies. Okay, so now behind me, he's not dropping down, which is fine. We have this cap. Random dodge here because I can. Okay. I could go far decap, but I don't want to. I want to help my allies here. I want them to stay alive. Here we go, the well is popped up. Trying to get a fear. I feared the thief, which is so nice. Another barrier here, another barrier. Some Condi clans for my allies, and holy moly, what is going on? Is this real or not? This guy's dead as well. Some Condi clans interrupting this guy. Fear him off. Feared his stupid healing skill. Oh shit, wasn't able to get the next interrupt. My team almost got decapped by the rangers. What a sneaky guy. Okay, now I'm gonna try and get to this guy here. Come on, can I? Shit. I need to help him. Fuck. He just got popped. I thought I would be able if I lay down my well here. But I could have feared the thief here if he would have tried to get the stomp. I'm gonna show you now something which is really cool and important to know. When you place down your sandshade, you can do it like this and boom, fear the enemies from the distance with this. Another fear, auto attack, some barrier. This guy's dead. Okay, now you can do this and then just auto attack here. Lay down your elite skill with Well of Corruption and then just have fun. Because what's going to happen, that's why I also like this combo, it is pretty strong. Can I fear him? Yes, I feared him from the distance. I like this game style, is pretty nice. Okay, top revives, top kills. Holy man. It's an unranked arena game, so that was even fun to play. I didn't realize what was happening in the mid fight there, but never mind. I'm going to show you different variation of this build. 300k damage, which is also already nice because this is, as I said, more of a support, but don't forget that you can deal damage with your corrupts and with your conditions as well. I fear you. Yeah, 100k healing only, which is not so much, but you will grant just barriers, and I don't know if barriers count as a healing to yourself. I'm not so sure, but I got even more barrier healing up to my allies. Another important thing is that I just failed here. What you can do is, oh my god, I have no space because the character is new. Oh my, yeah, okay, that's fine. So another important aspect that you have to consider is how the barriers work and how you can apply barriers to allies. And that's where the Manifest Sandshade comes in. It is like a well, which deals on the first time you activated damage to enemy players. It will apply Torment, and if you have the trait line in, you will apply also Burning, especially after using punishment skills, you will apply extra Burning to enemies. And then what's going to happen is you can do it like this, and then you have here 1, 2, 3, the first shades that you're going to use are going to pop off also on the first shade here that you have applied, or better said, on multiple shades. You can see it here on the animation. When you pop these things up, they will also pop up on your Manifest Sandshades where you put them there, your shades. You can see it here, boom, and they will pop on both, so that's pretty important. I'm not so good in using the Manifest Sandshades. I tried to show you a little bit of it, but since I don't like the concept of Scourge so much, I don't feel the need to play it. That's how I can say it right now. And let's go with the build now. The build is basically carry an amulet with Rune of Melandru, because as you can see here, 23k life force, which means with that life force you can always have, you can use 1, 2, 3, you should be able to use 3 shades at one here, almost 3 when you have some life force. And then what I'm going to use is Rune of Melandru, which gives you even more toughness, and incoming condition duration minus 20%, and incoming stun duration will be also decreased, especially when you use Well of Corruption with Ghastly Breach. But this is just one option. I will also suggest you to swap around if you don't like this how it is. If you don't want to, you can also go a little bit more aggressive with Rune of Adventure or something like this. The extra condi damage comes in pretty nice. You can also use other runes, of course, if you like to. You can have here also Rune of Divinity for some extra HP and stuff like that. You have many variations and types, but this is like my type, to just be a little bit more being able to survive a little bit longer, and conditions will be not affecting you so much because you don't have that many condi cleanses with this build. Then Scepter Warhorn with Staff. I'm using Sigil of Doom with Sigil of Stagnation just to have extra condis onto enemy players, which means an extra condi cleanse they have to use for Doom and for Cripple, which is both really annoying. Sigil of Escape just for survivability. Once you remove Immobilize, you can just run around freely and you are not bound to a place, especially against rangers, pretty strong if you get caught there. And yeah, that was basically it. Now I'm gonna show you quickly the skins because a lot of you will ask me. I'm using here Phantasm Mask, Bounty Hunter Mantle, Vestment of the Lich, Pyre Gloves, Bounty Hunter Pants, and Tribal Walkers in combination with Eternal Forge Scepter, Orion Warhorn, and Dominator Staff with Spellforged Backpack here. Okay, then I'm using Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Scourge, and here I will also show you some other variations that you can play. Blood Magic, Ritual of Life, so you will apply a well when you start reviving an ally, which will give you some healing and your downed ally as well, and you will revive 1% faster while the well is up. And the well has a 5 seconds duration, so you, as you saw, I was able to revive in a 1v2, but the enemies were not able to deal so much damage, otherwise you would not be able to do that. Vampiric Presence, your nearby foes siphon health with attacks. This effect increases while in Shroud. It increases while in Shroud, which means Shroud is Desert Shroud here. When you use this skill, you will be in the Shroud for how many seconds? 6 seconds. And yeah, that's just basically your Shroud. Then Blood Bank, health gained over your maximum health is converted to Barrier, which means you have here 4k Barrier and 3k healing. So when you use this, you will have here 8,295 extra healing while you have max HP. And this comes really strong, especially in team fights. Even if you have max HP, you can just use your healing skill to support your allies, and you will get the barrier instead for the duration of the healing, which is pretty strong. And especially with the other barriers, which you can see here, oh shit, I wanted to press F5, just one second. So you can see it here, if I pop up like this, boom, 13k barrier, and then I'm just walking around. I will get regenerated here, my life force. I'll apply some marks, then I have other barriers here as well up. So that is pretty strong, especially at the beginning of the fight. Then Soul Reaping, Soul Marks become unblockable and give you 3% life force. Then Fear of Death, your fear will inflict, has longer, generates life force and has a longer duration, but it will not inflict damage, okay? I thought it will give more damage to enemies, but never mind. The life force is pretty nice to have, especially in team fights. If you fear multiple people, you will get more life force. I don't know even if it's true, but otherwise, gain vitality, your incoming health is increased. This will just be making you able to use more life force, to stack more life force, and for your own it is good, but I recommend this one, especially the fear. The duration of the fear will be a little bit higher, instead of 1 second, 1.5 seconds. That's huge. That's huge. Then Eternal Life, gain life force every interval up to the threshold when not in Shroud, gain protection when you enter Shroud. This means when you are not in Shroud, you will just permanently recover life force. So it is pretty nice if you kite around and just walk like this and regenerate your life force. But once you use Desert Shroud, it will have those 5 seconds where the Shroud just pops up, and after those 5 seconds the Shroud will be gone and it starts to regenerate again. Keep that in mind. Then on Scourge, I'm using Abrasive Grit, granting an ally a barrier, removes conditions afflicting them, and grants might. This is pretty nice, removing condies, giving barrier, and in addition to that also might, which means more damage to your allies. Then the next one is Sadistic Searing. Punishment skills gain reduced recharge and cause your next manifest sunshade to inflict burning on foes near it, which means your punishment skills have reduced recharge. This is pretty nice because of your healing skill and your elite skill. 72 seconds and 24 instead of 30, and here 72 instead of 90. And otherwise you can go with Desert Empowerment to give extra barriers to allies once you pop up your Manifest Sunshade, but I like this a little bit more because it just gives you more time to breathe with the elite skill and your healing skill as well, because you can combo it pretty nice. And using your elite skill more often is pretty nice in team fights, as you saw in that game. Demonic Lore, Torment you inflict deals increased damage and causes your foes to burn, which means when I apply here Torment with Manifest Sunshade F1, the first attack will apply Torment, and in addition to that burning, which is 1 second but still dealing some kind of damage. Then you have here only Torment on Feast of Corruption. Corrupt, Boon, Corrupt, Conversion, grant nearby allies a barrier, convert the boon on nearby enemies into torment and cripple. Another torment here, which means another burning as well. Yeah, that's all of the torment, and with the elite skill, of course. Because the other ones just make not so much sense. Sand Savant, summon only one shade at a time. This greater shade has a modified recharge, influence a larger area with shade skills. Recharge increases by 100%. That's why I don't like it. I like to have my manifest sun shades more frequent, so I can use them here and then just grant barriers from the distance. I wasn't doing it like the best Scourge in the game, but still being able to pop it up like this and showing you, that was, for my opinion, enough to just show you a little bit what I mean. Yeah, that's the one that makes the most sense, because feed from corruption. When you remove or corrupt a boon from an enemy, gain that boon. You will also not have so much corrupt to enemy players as I would like. Otherwise this will be really strong for your own survivability, but like this, it is, like, in my opinion, the best, especially because you will have a little bit more damage output instead of just being a support. Let's go ahead now, showing you the utility skills. Sand Flare, which will give you and nearby allies 5k barrier. It will convert one condition into boon to your nearby allies, but the radius is 240, so keep that in mind. And I guess, if I'm correctly, it will not work with the healing skill. Yeah, the manifest sunshade will not work with the healing skill. What it also does is just convert one boon into condition to nearby enemies, but you have to be in close range. As you can see, it's your radius 240. They could have done like 360 or something, like a capture point would be really nice, but in team fights pretty strong, corrupting one boon from enemy players. Then Spectral Walk, the must have always, because not double stun break, one stun break, and then you can just run around and then just port back here and troll around enemy players while they are chasing you. Then the next utility skill is, in my opinion, Well of Corruption. This depends heavily on the enemy players. If you have enemy renegades, I recommend Well of Corruption, and in combination with Ghastly Breach, it is so freaking deadly. Ghastly Breach will corrupt enemy players. Boons converted to conditions. 1, 5 pulses, which means 5 times it will convert conditions from enemies into boons, boons into conditions every second. And then in combination with this one, converting boons on foes into conditions, which has also a 5-second duration, and 5 times it can hit 5 people, and it is unblockable, which is pretty perfect. You will have 10 times boon corrupt on enemy players, and while you corrupt them, they will gain conditions. And in addition to that, you will also deal additional conditions with Ghastly Breach, which means if an enemy like a renegade pops up all his boons, or a guardian, he will just get destroyed by that. All boons will get corrupted. He will get some damage of Well of Corruption and additional conditions from your elite skill, and that's pretty deadly. Okay, Well of Corruption can be swapped. I will show you my 2 favorites, which is number 1, the Sandswell, allows you to port, just quickly showing you, boom. And also your nearby allies can port through this, and they can port with an interval of 1 second, I guess, for the duration of how much? 8 seconds, which is pretty nice. And when you use this skill, you will grant yourself also a barrier, which is pretty nice. The cooldown is also lower because of the punishment trait lines, and it just can allow you to escape from different difficult situations. Then the next one will be Corrupt Boon. You can corrupt twice 2 boons from enemy players from the distance, and it is unblockable, which is really strong. Then, as I mentioned, also Trail of Anguish. It has just a too long cooldown, but it is pretty strong when you revive an ally. 6 seconds of stability and extra swiftness. And you will also corrupt or something. Boons to allies passing through it inflict burning on enemies and corrupt a boon into a cripple and torment. Yeah, you will corrupt the boons and also grant boons to allies if they cross this path. These are my best 3: Sandswell, Corrupt Boon, or Well of Corruption, or even you can go with Spectral Ring. This is especially strong also while reviving an ally. You can just fear the enemy players, do this, start reviving, and also grant yourself barrier, so you are tankier. And then the enemies will just not be able to cross unless they have stability. and that's pretty strong. But I really recommend, if you have enemies that you can corrupt, if you have how to say it, warriors and stuff like that where the corrupt is not so strong, don't use it. But you can always use this, because if an enemy goes to a lich, he will just get feared. The stability will get converted into fear and so on. Then also must have, in my opinion, is the flesh worm, because you can just use it multiple times like this. Boom, pop up. It gives you life force, and you can put it on places where an enemy is not able to get to you. And you can see it here, boom, make gameplays like this, traveling around huge distances and trolling around the enemy players. Then for the elite skill, there is not much to say. It is a really strong and important skill, which you can use also while reviving an ally. Boom, like this, and start the revive, because enemies who will try to damage your downed guy will just get corrupted and affected by multiple conditions, which is pretty annoying as hell. Then let's go ahead with the sandshades, and to explain them to you, you have a 15 seconds cooldown on your first manifest sandshade, which means within 15 seconds you will get one of them reloaded, and you can place 3 of them at the same time. And when you pop up your other sandshades, boom, all 3 of them will just apply the effect onto you and onto those manifest sandshades. But keep in mind, don't waste them just like randomly, because they will not be giving multiple barriers to your allies. Because you can see it here, if I stay here, wrong one, I just get 1 barrier instead of those double barriers, if you might think of that. It will just affect enemy allies around you where which you can't reach. As you saw, I wanted to give my mesmer some barriers. I just failed it somehow, but I could have done it like this, in this way. Then the first one, Nefarious Favor. Your shades convert a condition on nearby allies into a boon. Condition converted to boons 2 even. I thought it was 1. So for the Condi clans, pretty nice. And not just Condi clans, but converting them into boons, which is pretty nice. Especially if an ally gets feared, he will get stability from that. And afterwards he can use his healing skill, or I don't know, just be safe. Then Sand Cascade. Sand Rise Up, or blah blah blah, I don't read that. It is just for barrier. 2500, you are nearby allies. And you can see it here, number of allied targets, 3. Which means in team fights only 3 will get it instead of all 5 if you are in the same spot. But that will be more than enough, in my opinion. I don't know, they could have done it still 5, but I don't know what they were doing. Garish Pillar. This is to fear enemies. And as I said, as you saw even on the video, I just applied like this. Boom, fear, which will fear enemies near you and inside of the ring of the manifest sandshade, which is pretty strong. Then Desert Shroud. This is like your Shroud. Instead of going into Reaper Shroud or Necromancer's normal Shroud, you just have this Desert Shroud, which will deal some damage to enemy players, give you barrier, and again convert 1. I don't know if it's only for you. Enter the desert, gaining a powerful barrier and pulsing necrotic energy around your sandshades. I don't know. I thought it will also apply pulses duration interval. I don't get it. It's just your strongest barrier after your healing skill. No, it is even stronger than your healing skill. Pretty nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and show you on the golems. So for the combos, before I end the video, and I hope you enjoyed this. So we have this guy here, and we want to kill him or not let, or let's go like this. No. Boom. Barrier. I want to show you on an ally. Maybe I find someone here fighting the NPCs. Yeah, like this. Okay. So doing this. No, he just pushed the guy away. Let's go into this guy. Barrier. Okay. Let's go to this guy, cleansing a little bit his condis. Is the guardian going to run there? The guardian run inside of this, and I can just freely fear him. Boom, giving another barrier, 1 more barrier, and that's pretty nice. Just showing you a little bit that. So for the gameplay, what you can do is just interrupt enemy players and also deal damage with your conditions. and then you can just auto attack. And you can see this here already 4 different conditions, and you should always try to deal some damage, not just stay there and do nothing, but try to deal something, deal damage. Don't stay there and do nothing, because you are good if you deal damage to enemy players. Fear from the distance, auto attack. I have here my barrier, auto attacking here, going into my sand shade, auto attacking here. And you can see this here, you can already stack some good amount of torment and also the other conditions there as well, and just be annoying. Let's go ahead, and I need an ally, an enemy player who just can apply boons to himself. Let's attack this guy here, for example, Boon. We can go elite skill. Okay, he just interrupted my well now. Do this, and look at this. Pretty nice stacking conditions. Just dealing some damage. Dodge that, and let's go ahead. Boom. While stomping, you can grant yourself a desert shroud to get barriers, so enemies will not be able to damage you that much while you do something. Okay, so keep in mind, boons into conditions to allies, barrier, and the fear. This one can be used with your sandshades, the first 3, and the 5th one not. But keep in mind that you will grant also barrier with the 5th one to allies. Let's go ahead to this guy one more time. Giving him barrier, boom. Oh no, the desert shroud will not give barrier, okay. Or did he just port it away? I don't know. This one gave barrier? I don't know. It is only for yourself, okay. It is just your shroud skill. I need to read this thing better. But you have here barrier, which means 1 Connie cleanse for your ally, and the second one here as well, so which means only 2, but still more than enough. Yeah, keep in mind when reviving or when you have a downed guy, use Ghastly Breach. Also pretty strong in team fights to get a capture point, a note, and yeah, nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is like my 4th or 5th game on the Scourge, testing out different builds, but this is mine, how I play it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, as always, 3 of my other videos which you can watch or not, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel only if you like this video. If not, don't do it. That was your Happy No, and I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Love you all, bye bye, and have a good day.